Obviously, an 8-0 win, lots of positives. Did you learn much from the game? I suppose China maybe a little bit disappointing.
Yes, of course, you always learn something from a game. I think what we really wanted to do start well, and they played in a little different shape than we expected them. But we know that if they go to 5, that what we want to do. So that took 1 or 2 minutes, and after that, I thought we started playing really well. We got a little bit more time on the ball, and then you see how good we are, and we were really connected and created chances very well, and I thought we scored some really good goals. So I also think that because we played so well and we scored so early, that they were struggling even more with us.
The fact that you were 3-0 up within 16 minutes, were you tempted or not tempted to bring on some of the youngsters earlier? I suppose maybe
in the 35th minute or something.
Well, I suppose like maybe at halftime, making more changes, maybe some more of the youngsters.
You know, we take every game serious, and when we sub 3 players at halftime, I think that's enough. And we have a squad of 25, and there's many players that are really knocking on the door. Everyone wants to play, and some players are just coming into the squad and they're really finding their feet. And other players have played for us and do a really good job, and they're competing for starting positions. And that's how I look at the game. And I think changing more than 3 players, I didn't want to do that.
Aware that I've sounded quite critical so far. So just on the flip side, the fact that you were able to put in an 8-0 winning display at Wembley, obviously to end what's been a really strong year, must have been nice for the fans, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really nice. You know, it's always really incredible to come here, and then with these amount of fans, it's just really incredible, and I will never ever take it for granted. And of course, today it went a bit easier. I think what we want to do is come here, show who we are, put a very good performance in, and I think that's what we did today. And I hope everyone enjoyed that. We did, and you know, still we've had in games chances, and we say so many times we want to do better in the final third because we create things, and then the final pass is just not good enough, or we don't score the goal. And today we did that a lot better, and that then makes China worse too, because then we scored easier. And yes, we got a little more opportunities, but you have to do it yourself, and I think that's what we did today.
Well done, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll just go behind. Thank you.
Hi. I wanted to ask about goalkeepers, Sarina, sorry, but Anna Moorhouse, Kiara Keating and Ellie Roebuck. I mean, obviously sad for Kiara not to be able to be in the squad today, but what was that conversation like with Ellie when you told her that she was going to be able to be in the squad?
Well, to be honest, that went so quick that her coach told her. I called the coach, and they were getting ready for a friendly game. So that went really quick because of obvious that it happened in training that Kiara got picked up a small injury. But of course, she was buzzing. She hasn't been in our squad for a long time, and she's in full training. She's doing well, and so it's really nice for her, and that she could come in. And
what about Anna when she found out that she was going to make her debut at Wembley today?
Yeah, of course, she was very happy, and she has showed up for a long time now. She totally accepts whatever role she gets in our squad, but she's also ready to play. And yeah, that's really nice. She's supportive to the team all the time, and of course, she was so happy that she could play this game now.
I wanted to ask just finally about the defence today, with sort of a different centre-back pairing without your more experienced centre-backs in there. How did you feel that back four worked as a unit?
Yeah, I think that went pretty well. Esme and Maya have played together last camp too, and it's good to get to see a lot of defenders, a lot of players, not only defense but also on other positions, because they can show where they're at as an individual, but also how they connect together. And I thought today that went well. And of course, we wanted to keep the tempo really high. And the second half, we had a couple of moments that we were a bit sloppy as a team. And so also in the back, and we want to take that out. But that's very, very critical. I think it worked well.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to the front to Kit, please. Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. Can I ask about the midfield? Obviously, Ella and Georgia scored tonight. Lucia Kendall's had a really good start to her England career. we know Jess Park's in great form for Manchester United and as others as well. Does midfield feel like a real area of strength for you at the moment?
I think the whole team has strength. And Jess Park played up front, so she didn't play in midfield. She can play midfield, but the last month she has played up front. So that's where she came on today too. Now we have many options, and we can. There's different qualities also. So I'm just really happy that there's competition going on there, and you also want different qualities. So some players are more comfortable to play a little bit deeper. Some players are comfortable to play a bit higher, and we also want players to run in behind to challenge the opponent's defense, to make them uncomfortable. And we're figuring out what's the best midfield. And of course, that can change over time, and also could change also with form of players or the opponents we play.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah, go to Catherine.
Hi, Sarina. Georgia Stanway has just said in her TV interview that she's not known for scoring goals, but I think her goal-scoring record's pretty good for England. But obviously getting a hat-trick at Wembley tonight, feels like she's kind of in really good form at the minute after having that long injury, playing the Euros, and now being in form for club and country as well. Yeah, I think she was really enjoying herself today, and I think if you look at the journey of Georgia this year, calendar year, I think of course with her injury that was not nice, but it says everything about her, how she really works so hard and how she's so committed to come back and show up and try to be better every single day, but also to stay fit. And that's very impressive. I think someone said that this is the highest scoring win since 2022. I think he played Luxembourg in a qualifier. Obviously, with the way the Nations League works now, I guess the games do feel more competitive, and I guess kind of having a high scoring win like this, what does it do for confidence when you do have those qualifiers coming up next year, in terms of they're going to be tough games at getting a lot of goals today? Does that kind of help? Well, I think every game helps. What we are aware too that when we go into the qualifier games, that we get more pressure. Today we had some time, and I also think we played really well. And it makes you a lot more comfortable too when you score early in the game, and even when you score 3 goals early in the game, that really helps. So we know that we have done things really well. What you see, how we want to play and how players related to each other and collaborated and had the connections, that was really good. And that when you get then a little more time, you see we could express that even better. But we know we're going into the right direction, and knowing that every game is a different game again, and that we have to be at our best.
Thanks, Catherine. We'll just go behind you. Thanks.
Hi, Sarina. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
England's teamwork really shined through, and the communication between players was very smooth. As their manager, do you credit this to the players' attitude or the tactical planning that you do before the match?
That they communicate a lot.
Yeah, the communication was very smooth today. So
yeah, I think the communication was smooth today. I hope that's smooth every. But I can't hear everything. You just see some things. I think communication is also body language. We always empower players to communicate by talking, but when there's 80,000 people, then sometimes you don't hear each other. Then it's about the body language. And just the way they are passing the ball to each other and the way they're playing is very smooth. Do you think that it's the attitude of the players or the tactical planning that goes before the matches? Yeah, I think it's both. I think the players are so committed. They really want to do well, and so we talk, of course, about our style of play, about our game plan, but also how do we communicate, because that's the beauty of team sports. When you collaborate really well, then you can make things happen together, and that's what we're trying to do all the time. And I think that looked really good today, and it's really nice, and that you score 8 goals and you keep the nil.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a final question there, please. Just behind you, thanks.
Sarina, congratulations on your 50th win in charge of England. What is your next goal for 2026 and as England boss?
Well, that's very clear. The goal for 2026 is that we qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah. Is that going to be difficult to do, or do you think you can do that with the group of players that you have?
No, I think we know the group. We have Ukraine, Iceland and Spain. and that will start. The qualifiers will start in February, and of course you have to top the group to qualify straight away. Of course, that's what we want to do, but it's a strong group, so you never know what happens. But we're going for that, and in case we wouldn't go for that, then we go to the playoffs, and definitely we're gonna do everything to qualify. And I'm confident that we will qualify. Because I think we have a very good team, and it's also our standards that we should qualify, and never taking anything for granted.
Thank you.
We'll take one final question from Tom in the middle.
You've spoken before about how you want to see the team improve in that final third. I think you mentioned after the Brazil game. Today, that first half, they were so clinical in so many ways. Is it just a case that sometimes it clicks, if that makes sense, and you have a perfect half like that? I mean, or is that something which you've been working on during the week, focusing on that particular aspect?
Yeah, we did work on it this week. I think it's a combination of things. I think we did really well. We clicked really well. And I also think that at moments... China left a little bit too much space, and they were less ruthless than, for example, Brazil was. So that's a combination. But then, what I say, you still have to make your runs and be in time at the far post, because I thought we had some great goals also at far post, or win the ball that falls out and then be really composed to shoot. That's Georgia's goal. So I think those things, you have to be there, you have to be connected. And execute really well. And the timing of the cross, the timing of the runs, I think that clicked well. I think that has clicked well also in other games. But then we just missed the final touch, or the defense was so ruthless from our opponent. So it's a combination of things, I think.
And just one last, if I'm allowed to. Thanks, David. On Beth Mead, how has she changed as a player since you took charge? Because her first goal today, the way she brought the ball down and then outside of her foot was pretty impressive, really, wasn't it? But have you seen her evolve in certain ways?
No, I think she's still improved. I think she has always been like a smart player, picks up positions, is very calm in the final third, and always keeps seeing pictures in the final third. So, and I think that's what she did today too. What we invited her to do even more is to make more rotations, pick up other positions, and feel the freedom to do that. And that's what she started doing a little bit more. And also, I think she had even more experiences in football and in life. So then you always keep developing, of course. But tactically, she's really good also.
Okay. Thanks, everyone, for your time. We'll end it there. Thank you.
Thank you. See you Tuesday.